cars. One car seen on a ring cam within minutes of Guthrie's disappearance. Authorities tonight say it's this kind of video they still need, with Savannah Guthrie posting tonight about the family's $1 million reward and the ability to stay anonymous. Here's Trevor Ault.
Nearly 1 month after Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home, tonight Savannah Guthrie is renewing her plea for the critical tip that could lead to her mother posting, "Please be the one."
The family's $1 million reward.
We need to know where she is. We need her to come home.
Savannah telling any potential tipster they can stay anonymous and still get her family's $1 million reward.
You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. We are begging you to please come forward now.
Investigators are still hoping someone can identify the masked man with a gun at Nancy Guthrie's doorstep the night she was taken. If your tip qualifies for the reward, you can be paid in cash. When you make a tip, they provide a PIN number you'd present when picking up the money at a neutral location. No ID required, and it's not traceable with no questions asked.
Pima County Sheriff's Department.
Tonight, the Sheriff's Department is looking into videos like this one from Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood. A ring video obtained by Fox News showing a car 2.5 miles from the home at 2:36 a.m., around the time Nancy was taken. Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker disconnected from her phone 8 minutes earlier at 2:28 a.m. That car is one of 12 captured on that camera between midnight and 6 a.m.
The video from doorbell camera.
What it do, guys? It's your boy YouTubejuice. I had to pop back in just for a brief moment to talk about something. I won't be able to spend too much time on tonight, but I wanted to talk about something real quick. I had an interesting theory for y'all, and this might change your perception on a few things. I think as of right now, just seeing like all the news updates from what I've seen today, Tomasso's might be our prime suspect right now, for now at least. Just saying. So remember they said that in the video of the cars that we seen passing by that was caught on footage like about 2.5 miles away from Nancy's home was one of the vehicles that left. So I have another vehicle that I feel like is a little bit interesting to me, although I think they ruled the video out from what I heard, that they're not going to look at this video at all. I don't know, but that could have been something that somebody said. I haven't really heard that confirmed on the news channel, but I want to play this video real quick of that surveillance caught 2 miles away from her home. I want to find the original video. I could not find like the original video, and with the time as well. I think TMZ has it. It's like all the news stations. That's the only place that I'm like actually seeing the video. So I know a lot of us were saying that it was the Kia, and the Kia was the most suspicious because the Kia seemed to be going by the fastest from what I saw. You know, the Kia looked like it just looked suspicious, all right, because the car was going super fast. I want to see if they play the whole video. Yeah, I think this is like the whole entire video. All right. I don't know who's tuned in. Let me see if there's anybody even tuned in right now. Shannon, what up? Big welcomes, by the way. What up, Deanna? I wanna show y'all this video. So remember they said there was there was 12 vehicles in this footage. So obviously they didn't give us the entire footage because I didn't see 12 different cars pass by in the short amount of time of these vehicles passing by. It definitely isn't 12 different cars. So there's the Kia, and then there's the Jeep. Well, and there was another car just after the Kia. There's the Jeep. Okay, and then here's another car right here. Alright, so the point I want to make is, you know, Annie and Tomasso drive a Honda CRV. What time is this? I don't know, I'm not the best at telling the military time. Can I move that somehow, some way? No, it's not letting me move it. Oh, I just like moved it for a second. The time thing is in the way. Let me move my screen so y'all can see the time. I think we're about to get something on this case pretty soon. It's not moving. It should go away. Is that 5 o'clock? Can't be the right time. Alright, so here's the video. There's the Jeep. I think it's right after the Jeep. That's a Honda CRV. I don't know what year that is, but that's a Honda CRV, guys. And I also think I see the Honda CRV traveling the other direction. Not to say it's Annie and Tomasso's Honda CRV, but it did look like they had an older Honda CRV. I don't think they had the newest of the newest vehicle. Also, their vehicle's still under investigation as well, so quite funny that Mr. Nanos, Mr. Bozo Head, was saying that the family was off for whatever reason. If he's so certain about that, that would make it so that they do have a suspect. Obviously, he's giving us a hint due to the fact that he's saying that they're off. If he can just call them off, then they have a suspect. You can't call nobody off as a suspect until you have a suspect. So he's been an officer for a while. He knows this. So that's the Kia that everyone was, you know, I think that caught everybody's eye. And I don't know if that, let me see if they played the whole video. So that's the CRV. That's a Honda CRV for sure. Could it be that we're focusing on the wrong car? I need to see that whole video. Let's see if I can find the whole video. There's like no...
Fox News Digital.
Let's see if it shows all the cars right here. So it looks like it is showing all the cars right here. Not all of the cars, but, you know, the entire video. Oh, it's a nice little view right here, but I can't. See, that's a Honda CRV. Why do they keep doing this, man? See, this is why I don't like to get the news videos. I need the regular video. Just the video. We need the regular video so we can look at this. Gosh. What's that video called? Who got this footage? Was it TMZ that got this footage first? Yeah, so that they're focused on that Kia, but I think it's a. I mean, that Honda CRV. There's a Honda CRV in the video. I don't know if that raised any of their attention or brought any concern whether or not that could have been Annie and Tomasso's Honda CRV, but they do have a Honda CRV. Like I said, I don't know what year it is exactly, but to me that looks like a Honda CRV. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks like a Honda CRV to me. And it looks, you can see the vehicle much better when it's traveling the other way, but I can't get the right. I was trying to get a video, but I wasn't able to get the video. I mean, I gotta find the original video. I need the original video. But going the other direction, you can really like confirm this car is a Honda CRV for sure. I don't know if that one is the same one going the other direction. That kind of looks like more like it's like a hatchback or like maybe like a Ford hatchback, Ford Focus. Maybe not though. Why do I feel like Annie and Tomasso are the prime suspects now again? Just a huge break in the case. I hope something comes to light with it. I don't know. Because I don't know what's giving them confirmation that it's actually one of these vehicles in this actual video. I think he's just saying they're clear to let them believe, but I guarantee they're keeping close eye on them without their knowledge. Yeah, for certain. I think so too. I think it's a Honda also. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Honda to me. Looks like a Honda CRV. I'm trying to find the video though. Like the actual, just the video with all this others. Let's see if I can pause it here. It's like right after the Jeep. Like right here. Man, it's so, I wish we could see that in real time. Let me slow that down. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, so this is where the Jeep is at. It's coming. That's a Honda CRV. I don't know what year Annie and Tomasso's Honda CRV is, but I was trying to see if I had a picture of Annie and Tomasso's car. I don't think I do. I have a picture of them in the car, but I don't think I have a picture of them, of their actual car. I don't think it's the same car that was going the opposite way though. Nah, they're two different colors. That one actually might be the Kia. Crazy. It looks like he's actually braking in the video. It looks like they're both braking. But I guess it's just the way the lights look. You don't think the car is going down has anything to do with this? The car, someone's going up? Which up being like going left or up being going right? Because they also mentioned it being a dead end, but at what point is it a dead end? I don't know. That's definitely a Honda CRV though, that's for sure. Let's keep going with the video. Yeah, that's most definitely a Honda CRV. Ooh. And I think their Honda CRV is like blue. Damn, that looks just like a Honda CRV to me. Hold on, man. Let me see what Annie and Tomasso's Honda CRV looks like. You know, I wonder what year. They have an older CRV. Hold on, man. This is getting creepy. No. Let me see if I can post this up on stream real quick. I want to compare this real quick. What the fuck? Excuse my language. Am I tripping? Cameras ought to be fine in color. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but only if I could see if that car had a sunroof too, because their car has a sunroof. That looks like the car. That's a CRV, and it looks like the same year as Annie and Tomasso's CRV. What time is that? 5:55? I don't really know military time. 5:55. think it says 5:50. I can't see because the news thing is in the way. I don't know what time that was. Filmed blue. Yeah, it's like a blue. Their color's like. I'm trying to see the whole. They don't have a whole picture of their car. I think they got a picture of the car like on the back of the tow truck being towed. But whoever took the picture didn't get like a clear, good picture. No, I actually think that was Nancy's car. I don't think it was Annie and Tomasso's car. I don't know. It's really, really weird though. I can't find any pictures of their car. Just the front end of it when they were in the front end of it. But that would be around the same year as the car that I'm seeing in that video though. That's around that year. And it looks to be, I want to say more so like a 2010 CRV, maybe a little bit older than that. Let me see. The one that they're in, yeah, it's got to be like a 2010. Around about 2010. Let me see the headlights again. Let me just try 2008 just to make sure I'm not off. Because it could be a little around that. Damn, that's close. And a lot of the CRVs look a lot of similar. And the older that they get, the more hatchbacky lookish they look. You know, because now in time newer vehicles are bigger than what they were. If you notice, the newer these cars get, the bigger they get. We're just looking at the CRV. In the older years, it almost looks like a hatchback Honda, like a Ford Focus with the hatchback, or Honda Civic hatchback. It almost looks like that in the older years. I'm gonna go with a 2010. I think it's about a 2010, maybe a 2011 that they have. I could be off. Let me see what the 2012 looks like real quick. It's so hard to tell because all of the CRVs look alike. They all look. I'm gonna go with the 2009. I don't think it matters as long as you have around the time frame of a year. They usually don't change the body and stuff like that and lights for like a good stretch of like 5-6 years. Hey guys, I'm just observing the scene. I had to, cause I seen that and I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, don't they drive a CRV or whatever the hell you call that car? Yeah, so this is the car right here. That would be the closest year that I've found to Annie and Tomasso's car. I don't know, chat. Right there is like where I could really see like whether or not it's white or black. I can't really see color, but I just want to say that's not, if not black, dark blue. And their car is like either black or dark blue. Not to say they were there that night. I'm just saying. If you can find when it was towed, that would help. I mean, it was within a week or less of the 1st of January. Because today is exactly a month. Or the 2nd of January. Today's exactly a month. Well, now a month and a day that Nancy's been missing, so. I wonder if I could get a picture of the car coming toward us, like facing us. It's hard to get the angles to match up the vehicle sometimes. I was trying to find the lights, a night like version with the lights on. Like that to match up the lights. To see if that's really the car. So that'll really like put the nail in the coffin on my prediction on whether or not that's a CRV Honda or not. This might make sense right here. So this is what their lights would look like at night. But just imagine these lights at an angle. You tell me. Do those look like those lights? It's a 2009 CRV Honda. We can't see the car from the back from the angle I'm looking at, but I mean, to me it looks like those lights. Those look like the same lights. That's got to be a Honda CRV. And it's coming the other way in the video too. It's traveling both ways. It's not just traveling that same way. I need a soda. Was that it right there? No, that wasn't it. Let's see that one. That looks like a Honda CRV to me too, though. Can't tell on that one. Maybe not that one though. Damn, that's so hard to tell. I wish I could get the whole video, man. Why are they gonna tell us there's up to 12 cars and not give us a video with up to 12 cars in it? They make no sense. How does that make any type of sense? I don't know. I think that's the car, though. I think that could potentially be the car. I'm not sure, though. If not, you know, I guess it would be that Kia Soul. But I can't call it. I hope they can find it soon. Big welcomes, Chrissy, by the way. Being on heart meds and blood pressure meds myself. Her being without them is really not good. I know the doctor said I couldn't just stop taking them and could cause a heart attack. No, I believe it. I believe it. I'm around people every day on medications like that too, so I believe it. I feel like they got somebody. I feel like we're going to get somebody pretty soon here. Because if it's not Tomasso and Annie that have something to do with it, it's definitely that. I think it's gonna fall around Luke. I don't know, but there's a reason why. I think, what was it, January 11th? Why they were going door to door asking for footage. They know something. They know something. And think about it. If the sheriff can rule the family members out, then they have someone that they're watching, that they're keeping a real good close eye on. They just can't tie them to it yet. Or I think they just want to tie it all together. Which would make sense, because why would you only want to get one suspect, I guess, if there's more than one? What makes me super angry is the fact that this guy is out there somewhere, and I don't know, they should be able to get this guy, for real. Sometimes I feel like they should just lock him up for whatever they can lock him up for the time being, because it's not safe with that dude out there, and who knows if he's gonna strike again. My mind's everywhere with it, though. I feel like it could have been like, they could have been hired. I can't call it. Yeah, but that genealogy, they're going to start a genealogy tree, and that might take a super long time. That might not even happen the way we think it's going to happen right away. They're trying to create a genealogy tree, which means they're going to have to go through family members to, you know, figure it out. That could take a long time. Because, you know, not a lot of us families are spread out, you know, and I guess for those that have small families, it wouldn't be hard to narrow it down. But I feel like that's going to take a long time. But maybe not. Maybe when they get those test results back, boom. Maybe they already have their guy, and then once they get those results back, they'll match whoever they have in mind right now. Dang, I shouldn't drink that soda. They're not showing us other footage for a reason. I agree with that. Because there's no way that Google wasn't able to get more footage than that. If they were able to go back to that specific moment, I feel like they were able to go back even further and beyond that. So, yeah, there's no way they don't got more footage. Damn, what's going on? Police passing by like crazy outside. Did y'all hear that? Do we need to put the scanner on? Jesus Christ. You know, I was watching a video earlier, and a guy had an interesting point on the video. Even Ashley Banfield has some interesting things to say too. I mean, they feel like it's Tomasso and Annie, I think, have something to do with it. I don't know if they still feel that way, but they were saying something as well.
Hello.
It was like a short clip I was watching earlier.
A Rolodex of so many people in
See
the
if I can roll
FBI.
this out.
So many, but interestingly enough, not on the gravel walkway that would take you to perhaps a waiting car or some conveyance, because Nancy Guthrie can't walk more than 50 yards on her own. So the next thing became even bigger, and that was that the daughter's car has been towed. That's Annie Guthrie's car has been towed by the police and put into evidence. And here's the most important quote, and I'm using the source's words exactly. Son-in-law may be prime suspect now. In 38 years, I have amassed a Rolodex of so many people in the FBI, so many people on Border Patrol, local law enforcement all around the country. And so I have a lot of sources, and this one might be one of my highest level, an impeccable source. And so, you know, I think a lot of people have been taking, you know, the boots to me today, thinking that this is, you know, Wild Wild West reporting. It's not. If I were at CNN, MSNBC, News Nation, or any other of the major networks where I've worked, this would have gone to air there too, because of the source that I have. And I want to be very specific about this source's language. First and foremost, I was told the Nest cameras, plural, were smashed. Not taken, not one in the front, more than one, and that it's likely that the person who did this knew where they were. So those cameras were smashed. Brian Enton at News Nation saw that at least the front door, it's missing, asked the sheriff about that. Sheriff said, oh, I noticed that too, we're looking into it. That's a bit, you know, that's obfuscating a little bit. But so
I want to talk to you about that, Sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, nice guy. He's in a jurisdiction that doesn't see a lot of crime. Last one I think that was really big was Gabby Gifford's, you know, over 10, 15 years ago. So we've been to this rodeo a lot too. Small communities suddenly hit with the massive, you know, press contingent and a very serious crime. And there's a lot to do in real time in front of live cameras. And that's not easy. I give him a lot of grace for that. But so Nest cameras destroyed, smashed was the word used. Back door left wide open, blood inside house. And we also know there's blood outside the house from News Nation's Brian Enton, his incredible reporting and videotaping the blood spatter out in front of the front door on those tiles. But interestingly enough, not on the gravel walkway that would take you to perhaps a waiting car or some conveyance, because Nancy Guthrie can't walk more than 50 yards on her own. So the next thing became even bigger, and that was that the daughter's car has been towed. That's Annie Guthrie's car has been towed by the police and put into evidence. And here's the most important quote, and I'm using the source's words exactly. Son-in-law may be prime suspect now.
I don't know.
38 years.
I don't know. What y'all think about that? What you think about that? I think this guy, I think he calls himself Crime Drops. I don't know if he's fairly new, but let's just say he tore Tomasso a new ass.
And Tomasso, if you are watching this, and there is a real chance that you are, I want to speak to you directly for a moment, not with anger, not with a verdict, with a straightforward observation. You have had every single day since February 1st to step in front of a camera and fill the gaps that the investigation and the internet and videos like this one are filling for you. Not to confess anything, not to implicate yourself, simply to be a human being in public, to show the world the man Annie described in that 2013 interview, the teacher who has shaped hundreds of young minds, the husband, the person who loved Nancy Guthrie and is devastated by what happened to her. The people who believe you are innocent are waiting for exactly that. They want to say, there he is. There is the quiet man from Tuscany. Let them say it, because right now, your silence is doing the opposite of protecting you. Now, every day that passes without your voice, someone else's voice fills the space. And that voice, including this one, is asking questions that your silence makes impossible to answer in your favor. What are you protecting, Tomasso? Who does the silence serve? Because from where the public is standing right now, it is not serving you. Nancy Guthrie has been missing for weeks. She is 84 years old. She has a pacemaker. Her medication is still on the nightstand of the home she has lived in since 1985. And someone connected to this investigation knows exactly what happened on the night of January 31st, 2026. Whether that someone is a stranger who has never been found, or the person who watched Nancy walk through her front door, drove away into the Tucson night, and came back 4 hours later, that is the question that will define this case. Child, the DNA does not care about song titles or poetry books or financial gaps. It holds whatever truth was pressed into a glove lining and against a door frame at 2 in the morning. And that truth is closer to surfacing than most people realize. We will be here when it does. I have one...
Oh my God. I felt that one. I felt that one. You can't say you didn't feel that one.
Final question, and I want is, in the morning, the DNA does not care about song titles or poetry books or financial gaps. It holds whatever truth was pressed into a glove lining and against a door frame at 2 in the morning. And that truth is closer to surfacing than most people realize. We will be here when it does. I have one final question, and I want every person watching this to answer it before they close the video. Out of every detail we covered today, the Serafini parallel, the album titles, the serpent cover, the poetry book, the house upgrade, the photograph pattern, the sheriff's slip, Savannah's choice of words in that plea, what is the one thing that landed hardest for you? The detail you had not fully thought about before today. Not what you already knew from following this case, the new thing. The thing still sitting with you right now. Drop it in the comments and tell me why it matters. Be specific. Because the sharpest observations in this investigation are not coming from press conferences. They are coming from people like you who are willing to look at the details everyone else is walking straight past. Subscribe. Turn on notifications.
Wow. I thought that was powerful, man. I thought that was a very interesting way to put it. I don't know who that guy is, but that was interesting. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to dive in real quick for just a brief moment. Plug in with me tomorrow night. I'll be live tomorrow night. We'll probably... I'm going to probably play most of this video that I watched tonight. I just wanted to give y'all a glimpse of the end of it because I thought that was a good way to put it. The way he put things together was just great. I still don't know if Tomasso and Annie are prime suspects, but it seems like the world is leaning back in their direction again. And I think he was saying that, you know, because they haven't really spoken, it doesn't really favor him to be silent. You know, him speaking out would probably help him, but I don't think that would help him because the world is going to criticize the hell out of you regardless. So speaking might even just hurt his character a little bit more than it's already hurt right now. But it's all speculations. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't know, but I'm still leaning in the Luke direction. I feel like it's something to do with Luke. And if Tomasso and Annie are involved, I feel like they just know, you know. I don't know what's going on outside. Anyways, guys, shout out to everybody plugging in tonight. Tune in with me tomorrow night. I'll be live pretty late tomorrow night as well, man. Y'all have a good night, man.